Today I'm going to share with you 5 simple and easy tips that will guarantee you big heads of lettuce all year round. And with this amount, you'll have enough to share with others. The first tip to get big heads of lettuce all year round like this is to choose the right lettuce variety for the season. In the summer when it's hot, lettuce tends to flower. You want to get varieties that will resist flowering. There are different families of lettuce, and in those families are different varieties that are more heat or cold tolerant. The two best families to choose from if you're growing lettuce in the heat is the romaine family and the loose leaf lettuce family. We are growing the Grand Rapids, which is a loose leaf lettuce, and the classic romaine, which is part of the romaine family. For cold hardy varieties, all lettuces are cold hardy to some degree, but there's one family that is extremely cold hardy, and that is the butterhead family. A good lettuce to choose from that family is the Marrow of Four Seasons, which we have grown, and it survived at -3°C. But at the end, all lettuces prefer cooler weather to grow. The second tip to get big heads of lettuce is to make sure your planting area is rich in nutrients, because they are a quick growing crop, with most of them maturing in 45 to 60 days. Lettuces like soil that is very full of organic matter and has a very high content of nitrogen in it. So what I like to do is to apply a decent layer of aged manure or some homemade compost to enrich the soil before planting. But along the season, lettuces will also need additional fertilizing if you see the growth slowing down. So you can either apply a little bit more compost around the base of the lettuce or apply some liquid fertilizer. A wheat or grass fertilizer or a very rich compost tea works very well. The third tip to get big heads of lettuce is to make sure you water it a ton. Water mainly makes up the lettuce, as they are 95% water. You never want to allow the soil to dry out, so when your lettuce is growing, they always have consistent moisture to take up. My good rule of thumb is if the top 1 inch of the soil is dry, you want to water it. Consistent and regular watering is very important because it also provides the soil with a natural cooling. It is also very important to also apply mulch if your weather is really hot, so the plants won't dry out and you won't have to water as often. The fourth tip is really important if you are growing lettuce in a very hot summer climate. Like I mentioned earlier on, lettuce tends to flower when it gets really hot. Because the lettuce is stressed, the sun's rays will scorch the tender leaves of the lettuce. And to prevent all of that, the simple thing to do is to use a shade cloth to provide shade for your lettuce. You can also use a dark blanket as well if you don't have a shade cloth. Lettuce grows best when it's around 45 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 7 to 18 degrees Celsius. So when you're planting your lettuce, try planting it behind a south-facing wall or a spot in your garden where it only gets the morning or evening sun, and avoid the hot part of the day. And Tweaker showed up in the garden, so we're gonna give Tweaker some lettuce to eat. Make sure you guys peck the like button if you guys like seeing Tweakers in our videos. Heat up your nice green. Here you go. We're gonna let Tweaker finish up the lettuce while we continue on with the video. The fifth tip to ensure that you get a constant supply of lettuce all year round is to continually sow your lettuce. When you harvest one head of lettuce, you want to plant another lettuce transplant into the spot. So once you harvest out the other lettuce, this lettuce transplant will grow. Just remember to apply some fresh compost around your lettuce so they have enough nutrients to grow. And if you don't have any compost on hand, you could use a liquid fertilizer to water your plants every week. And you can learn how to make a free liquid fertilizer to boost your plant's growth in this video over here. Bye!